Hello, everyone. Welcome to High Vibe Times with Teresa and Ashley. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. I'm trying to stay warm.
Same, same. It is supposed. I think the high tomorrow was supposed to be like 22,
Yeah.
so not looking forward to that at all.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, I know. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. Today, we're going to talk about the December full moon. And before we hopped on, Teresa and I were talking about there really wasn't a lot of information out there about the full moon in December. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, but then we're going to sort of divert and just sort of talk about full moons in general and the things that we feel like this full moon really means. So, what did you find out in your search for information?
Well, the simple things that I found out was that it is called the cold moon. I think that's probably for obvious reasons. It said something about it being the first full moon. I don't know if you read this or not, but the first full moon after the solstice. Is that correct or
Think it
no?
should be the
That
last full moon because I think the solstice will be decent or
oh yeah.
21st, 22nd, somewhere in there. So I think it's probably the last full moon before the solstice, but it's very close to the
Oh
solstice.
God, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I knew it was I knew it had something to do with it. But yeah, the other than the cold moon and um being introspective and looking at kind of things that have gone on for the year basically, what did you find?
Yeah, basically the same thing. And when you were saying when you said the cold moon, what hit me was I wonder what they call it in the southern hemisphere because it's summer in the southern hemisphere. So if anybody happens to be watching from the southern hemisphere, please let us know if you have a name for the full moon in December. Is it called summer
Yeah.
moon, harvest moon? I don't know. Now I'm curious. I'm going to Google that after we're done. I have a friend that's in the southern hemisphere, and it's so they have I mean, it's 100 degrees at Christmas because she's in the southern. I
Nice.
mean, yeah, so it's so cool. But I was like, huh, it's cold moon here, but what would it be called there? That's
That is
interesting.
very interesting. We'll have to check that out.
I will. Yeah, so the biggest thing that it just kept reoccurring when I was reading up on it was talking about, this is the end of the year, this is the last full moon, and it is time to reflect, to really look at what happened during the year, where you want to go next year, really go inward. And I think that is helpful because the days are so short. Because I don't know, here it gets dark at like 4:30,
Mhm,
tops 5 o'clock, I think. And
mhm.
so the days are longer, so you have more time to do that inner work, that reflection, and see like, where do you want to go? What was great? I always start with what was great, right? Because I always start on a positive note. What worked for this year and maybe what didn't work or what we could change and where do I want to go for the next day or week or month or
I
year.
love that.
Yeah, and so I think it's just getting you prepared for, everybody in the new year and a new start and all that stuff. But it's really just thinking about where you want to go and what you want to do and how you want to get there.
hmm And when you said the dark side or the dark part of the day has more darkness in it now. And when you said that, what came to my mind was that we're at the end of the year. This is the last full moon, and so it's really going in there and looking at the things that are left that are kind of shadow sides or things that maybe we've worked on and that we're ready to let go of, and let go of those things that are kind of holding on to you with this energy of the full moon. There's nothing better than using the energy of the earth and what it gives you to help you with the stuff that goes on in your body. And sometimes those things need that assistance to release themselves from you. And I don't know about you, but I work on things throughout the whole year, that can be kind of dark and hard to get through, and so that's what came to me when you said that was, kind of make sure that you release all those things that you worked on throughout the year, and kind of thinking about them, while it's dark out, and those things that you've gone through that actually have been dark in your life, or this year even.
Absolutely. And ways you can do that. If you're new, we've talked about this before when we talk about full moons, but one thing you can do is make a list. of the things that you want to let go. And if you're in a space where you can burn it, you can definitely burn it on the night of a full moon. If not, you can just, crumple it up and literally throw it in the trash again, just symbolizing I'm done with it, I'm letting it go.
Hmm.
You can also clear, after you've done that, you can clear your space, whether that is with sound. I have a bowl that I go around and ding around the house just to get that different frequency and vibration in the house. You can sage if you're in a place where you can sage, or you can also use sage essential oils. I have a spray that I take to my office because I obviously can't burn things at my work. And so I have a room spray with sage in it, and I sort of sage the office. So there are things that you can do to let go of this stuff that you may be holding on to or hanging on to you. You may not be holding on to. You may be ready to let go, but maybe it's hanging on to you, and you're like, I am
Hmm.
ready to let that go. And so, and you can always journal about, how you're feeling about that. You guys know that I'm a big journaler, and so, sit quietly, get centered, and just write it all out, how you're feeling about it. It may not be a thing, it may be an emotion. And, Teresa, and, we both work with EFT or emotional freedom technique, and we both feel like that if you don't address those emotions, they get stuck in your body and they manifest as physical issues. And um, work on those emotions, letting those emotions go, letting those blocks go, because you don't want to take that. If your mindset is, January 1st is the new year, you want to do something new. If that's your mindset, then you don't want to bring that into a new year.
Right, absolutely. And I love the writing it down and tearing it up or throwing it in the trash or burning it if you can. And it being the last full moon, you might write down what this month was that you want to let go of, and then look right past through the whole year and see, if there are some things, when you were talking about, there are things that we hold on to that we try to let go of and we can't. Sometimes there are things in there that we don't even know that are there, that if we just ask the universe, hey, please release everything that is no longer serving me and let it go, then they help with that. And I think that is an incredible tool to use as well.
Yeah, you don't have to know specifics. In
Mm-mm.
our work, you and I both um, were taught that we don't have to know the specifics. You
Yeah.
can you can feel it, or you just know there's a block, or there's emotion, and you may not be able to put words to it, but there's something that needs to be released, and you can focus on whatever that is, and you can say whatever this is, and
Yeah.
whatever it represents, the emotions, the feelings, the stories, the experience, I release and let it go. And you don't have to necessarily be able to have to name it, but you can let it go.
Yeah. Love it. And always remember that too, especially in the wintertime when it's cold, you can set your crystals in like a window seal to recharge those. Um, I can't think of any of the other full moon stuff that the crystals, saging the house, letting go of things.
Moon water.
Oh yeah, water,
If
moon
you're where
water.
it's not freezing outside, I won't be able to do that. I'll have to
Exactly.
put it in the windowsill. I can't put
Yes. Otherwise, we wake up to ice water
that.
or moon ice. There we go.
Very nice. That's right.
Love
That's right. Yeah.
it. So I pulled the card for today, and I have several different decks, and I asked Ashley to pick a number, and she went to number 4, which was my Gaia deck. And you guys, you cannot make this up. This I was shuffling, and it flew out onto the floor, and I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh. So here we go. It's number 13. Reflection.
I love
You
that.
could
Look how
not
pretty it
get
is,
better
too.
than that. And underneath it, it says illusion, self examination, and distortion. So, yeah, how perfect.
There
So,
you
just
go.
reflecting on the, things for the month, for the year, and, embracing the growth that you've had and letting go of the things that no longer serve you.
Yeah. Well, I hope each of you have a great full moon and get rid of the things that you no longer want to hold on to or are holding on to you. Don't forget that Teresa and I both have groups. The information is down in the description. We'd love to have you over in our Facebook groups. And I mentioned today that we do EFT and tapping. We both are one-on-one coaches and have groups coaching sessions as well. So if you head over to our Facebook, you're welcome to, there's tons of information over there about all the services that we provide for you guys. So we hope to see you over there and we hope you have a great rest of your week.
Bye.
See ya.